Hi, I'm Eileen of Netty's Farm and I'm a producer of Kombucha. I'm a mommy and I'm a mompreneur.
Hey guys, welcome once again to Good News Jamaica's Hidden Gems, where we search the island for awesome talents. Today we have with us Eileen Dunkley. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
I can see that. Thanks for taking the time to come and sit with us. So you are the founder of Netty's Farm.
Correct, I am the founder of Netty's Farm. It's a business that I started when I returned home to Jamaica. And I was looking for something to do. And I just couldn't find a job that I remember jobs being, because when I left, a job was where you got pension, where you had health insurance and all kinds of things like that, and I couldn't find anything like that. So while I sent out resumes, I started looking for something to do. So I kind of went in everything that Rada did. I went and explored. I looked at how to grow fish, how to do bees, and a few other things, how to plant peppers. I think was a big thing at the time. And then I kind of found, I kind of thought the bees resonated with me. Later on, they stung me as crazy. I mean, I thought I was going to die, but that was after.
How much time you get stings, sir?
It was, and funny enough, it was only like 3 stings that one day, but it was just like 2 on my knee, and I don't remember where the other one was, and I just like, I don't know if I'm going to survive. I took a tablet and I went to bed and I survived.
Nice, awesome stuff. Bees, thank you. All right, so what were you doing before coming back to Jamaica?
I worked in Dubai as a library assistant.
Oh, nice.
And before that, I worked at Yearned Jamaica as a flight attendant.
So how was that experience working in Dubai as a library assistant?
I enjoyed it. My kids were at the same school.
Okay.
So it was, we all went to school / work together. Yeah. And they would leave me sometimes, or sometimes if they had activities, we'd come home together. But I enjoyed the experience. I'm happy I was able to go and experience another culture.
Definitely.
And but I'm also happy to be back.
Okay.
Happy to be back.
All right, cool. And since you've been back, you've created something great, and I'm sure it tastes good to you, though.
Yeah, man, it tastes nice. Next, I'll leave you one, okay?
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit more about kombucha.
Kombucha. Okay, kombucha is a very old drink. It started in Asia somewhere, Japan, China. Can't tell you exactly where, but it's a fermented tea, and because of that, it changes a regular tea to something that's a little carbonated, and then you can, and you have probiotics from that, which are good for your gut.
Okay.
Now I also flavor them with fruits, so I look for local fruits. I do use a bit of imported fruits because just some things I need on a regular basis, and so I flavor it. So it's actually flavored tea.
Okay.
And then this one is a little carbonated, so it's almost like a soda. So it's like a natural soda.
How long does it take to actually produce?
The fermentation process can take anywhere between 7 to 10 days, 7 to 30 days, depending on how cool or how hot the time is and the kind of tartness you want. I like mine with a light, refreshing tart. Okay. I don't want it too tart like a vinegar. That's not really what I want to drink. So I have it as a light tart, and it's more like a refreshing drink versus an elixir.
Because I drink a little bit of vinegar one time, and I trust me, nearly burn up my throat.
Exactly.
So once it's not that harsh, then I'm all for it.
It's not. But because the sugar is reduced when it's fermented, and I keep it low so that it doesn't convert to alcohol as well. So it's low in sugar, it has the probiotics, as I mentioned, good for your gut, and then the tea is antioxidants, and then you get your vitamins from your fruits. So it's what's known as a functional beverage.
Awesome.
So it's not just nice, but it's good for you.
It's nice and right, okay? All right. So how long has Netty's Farm been in circulation and been registered and?
All right, when I returned to Jamaica, I registered it maybe a year after, so I would say 2015, somewhere there. And I started doing honey, and then I started doing teas, and I started doing tea gift sets and things like that. And then it wasn't cutting it, so I found a job. So I had to park Netty's Farm for a little bit. And then 3 years after, in the midst of Corona, I returned to Netty's farm, and there's a quote that I say all the time, and I kind of talk in quotes nowadays, right? But if you do the same thing over and over again, you'll get the same results.
And what I call insanity,
and
right?
it's insanity. All right, so I couldn't go back to Netty's farm doing the same thing. So I took a moment, I took about a month to create a new line of products, and I started out with a granola, because my children like to buy foreign things. And I'm like, no, I need to buy local things.
Definitely.
So I encourage them to buy whatever, but they always want it, and I'm not going to mention the name, but one of those foreign granola brands. And then one day I said, no man, remember I'm looking for something to do now, right?
Exactly.
A new product.
Yeah.
So went to the supermarket and bought up all these nuts and oats and ting and whatever, and took them home, and I said, yes, I'm going to create it for my children. And they just hated it. They absolutely hated it. So I said, all right, this is clearly not the one for them. But then I started making stuff for myself. So with the same ingredients, I started to make like a turmeric, ginger granola, and then there was a cocoa one, and then there was cranberry, and my daughters would choose the one they like. So that was my new product when I relaunched. So that was like October 2020.
Right.
And then so I started with that. We did well, and then 2021 rolled in, and I was like, nah, it's not enough, because at this point in time, if I don't make some money, I have to go find another job.
Get back into the 9 to 5,
right?
which is
exactly, which I didn't want to do. So I found another product. A friend of mine introduced it to me, and he said, try this, and I tasted it, and it was horrible. And I said, boy, maybe if it was made here, it would taste a little different. And so I went ahead and I made my own, and I didn't start selling it initially. I just started sharing it with persons, and kind of figured out what I liked and how I liked it and how much bubbles I like or not. And then eventually I started selling it, and then we went into the supermarkets later on in 2021.
So as you said, that what locations
right now we're at Lushusan.
That's in Barbican?
In Barbican. Ellen is North Sovereign North. Natural Health, Orchid Plaza, CPJ, Lemongrass, Richmond. We're at LFA Country Store.
That's Richmond in St. Anne?
In St. Anne. And then in Montego Bay, we're at DLE Cafe.
So that's a lot so far, but people look out for more locations, right?
More are coming. I just signed up some more people. More are
listen
coming.
to me, man. The push and the drive. I felt the push and the drive to make it. I love it. So generally, like, what is the cost for the beverage?
It's $700 directly from me, and the retailers kind of keep it somewhere in that region.
So it's affordable.
It's affordable, yes, and it is because it's a healthy beverage. You're gonna have to. There's a certain thing you're expecting.
Yeah, man, definitely.
It's clean. Definitely. The sugar is low, and it's home brewed, so you know that it's not commercialized and it's not using any artificial sugars. It's pure and natural.
So what would you say was your inspiration for actually like taking a chance to branch out to the entrepreneur world, to be now?
I think I've always wanted to do it. My father was both my parents left their jobs and started a company together.
Nice.
So I think it's been in the family, and I just had to find my thing.
Your niche.
My niche, that thing that just say, yeah, this is it. This is why you need to wake up in the morning to go ahead and do it. But I've always done it from prep school. When I learned to tie and dye, I started selling shirts. When I learned to macrame, I started selling belts and planting a magic. So anything I learned, I wanted to sell it.
Constantly reinvent yourself, man.
Yeah, there's a period though that I want to mention, because I think sometimes we don't talk about the failures.
And we have to acknowledge those.
Yeah, and there was a failure that I had, and for many years I didn't want to talk about it. And I think I need to speak about it to kind of release it.
Definitely.
So that I can acknowledge that I'm moving forward from there. I had done a line of paper dolls. I grew up with paper dolls, and any ladies out there who grew up with paper dolls say yay. Right? But I love paper dolls, so I thought this would be nice for me. I thought this would be nice for my girls. Well, I had one daughter at the time, and so I did it, and I printed up a whole heap, and I mean, now 20 years hence, looking back, is not that much money, but it was a lot of money at the time. And I thought if you printed it and you put it in a store, it would just sell.
Yeah.
And then I realized, no, it can't just sell. You have to market it, you have to walk it, you have to do your PR, you have to do all these different things. And I really felt so low after that. And I didn't want to look at them. I didn't want to talk about them. I didn't want to. It was a period where I was ashamed, very embarrassed.
Because you feel like you failed.
I felt like I failed, you know, and I spent so much money and and how could I, and all of that. And now, and I have to say it. I have to say it because somebody out there might have failed. And there's just, oh boy, this is the end. No, keep going, especially if you have that burning desire to do that thing, whatever that thing is, you know.
So at the end of the day, it's just keep on trying.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes, learn from your failure, and just keep on trying, nonetheless. Before we go, I just want you to share a gem or two that you want to impart on the viewers, those who might want to get into the entrepreneur world, or even producing products with kombucha. What is one or two gems you want to impart on them?
Here's another quote that I use from time to time. I think Martin Luther. It says, you don't have to see the whole staircase. You just have to take the first step. And that's kind of how I wing it. A lot of times I wing it, you know. I have to start. I don't have to know the whole of the business plan. I don't, no. I just have to go out. I have to, hey, have you ever tried this? And then you try it and you like it or you don't like it. And then I go to the next person. And then if 3 people tell me no, I might say, all right, let me read whatever. And so I don't know if that's always the best procedure. I don't know if that's the best way, but I just believe in not stopping. Just keep going. And like I say, you don't have to know how the story going go, but you just have to start. So that's one. 2 for me with this project, this business, I went full in. Once I decided it had legs, that it could work, I went full in. I went to Bureau of Standards. I registered the business. I figured out how to pay tax. I did what I thought I would make me say I got too far. I'm going to be legitimate now. Again, I don't know if that's the right way, but it has helped me this time around, because when I approach stores and I say my facility is approved and I say my goods have been, you know, passed through Bureau of Standards.
They can't turn it down.
Why? This girl has done all of her thing, you know.
And I just want to add to that, like, if there's something that you want to do and it's been done before, there's a blueprint.
Yeah.
So just seek out the blueprint and just get it done. Yeah. And the most important thing, like you stated, is just taking that first step in actually doing it.
Yep.
So what I want you to do is please provide the viewers with your social media handle and how they could probably get in contact with you if they need products from you.
Okay. Let me just take up my new flavor.
Okay.
Right. So here we have this beautiful strawberry apple beet by Netty's Farm.
Nice.
Okay. My handles on social media are Netty's Farm on Instagram, and Facebook is Netty's Farm Jamaica. And you can get the items directly through me. However, there are some times that I have no product in stock and I'll ask you to go to the supermarket or the stores, and I really would prefer for you to support me that way, because I need my stores to purchase, right? So that Netty's Farm can be legitimate and actually become a household name.
And it will be.
Yeah, I feel it will. I feel it will.
Like we have to be intentional, especially in 2022.
True.
Be intentional in what we say and what we do. And listen to me, Netty, owner of Netty's Farm. Listen to me, man. Awesome stuff. I love your resilience. I love your drive in and just you constantly reinventing yourself until you found your niche.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Keep up the good work. I enjoyed the interview, and thanks for sharing with us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Blessings. Guys, thank you once more for tuning in to another awesome interview. Stay blessed and keep safe out there. Thank you.
Thank you for checking us out on Good News Jamaica TV for content that informs, inspires, and transforms. Please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more positive Jamaica content. Walk good.